Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I had no intention of reviewing this, but opportunity. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today? Well, it happens to be my Stellar Circuit shirt. One of a few that I have. This is my newest one. I got this one just a few days ago at the time I'm doing this. Stellar Circuits, they're an awesome kind of avant-garde metal band out of North Carolina. I became aware of them a few years ago through like Facebook ads and stuff, and you know, it ended up being a fortuitous timing because not too long after I got into them, it turns out that they were going over there and touring around my way, so I got to see them live, and I loved their music already, but getting to see them live like just shifted it into that next gear. They're one of those bands where it's like, yeah, as great as their music is, seeing them do it live is just, it's an astonishing thing. To make things even better, they turned out to be extremely nice guys. I've seen them perform live a number of times now. They've never been anything but kind and generous to me, regardless of my awkward ass being what it is. They're just really good dudes who put out really good music, and I like their stuff a lot. So much so that I've got videos of every performance that I've attended of theirs, and those videos are on this channel as well, in case maybe you want to check it out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in their direction, because I think they're really badass. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why was I not intending to review it? Well, for one thing, I didn't know it existed. So that was the first barrier that I need to overcome. The other thing was, originally, I was going to review some shit from Dairy Queen. Because what happened was, I knew I needed some supplies, so I decided, fuck it, I'm going to go out to the Walmart because I needed some cat food, I needed some drinks and stuff. On the way there, I reviewed a couple items from Jimmy John's because it was on the way, and I figured I'll hit Jimmy John's, go to Walmart, come my way back, hit the Dairy Queen. It's all perfectly circular. And, you know, it's really hot out. By the way, you might hear my air conditioning going a little bit. I apologize. It's like 90 degrees out, and it's even hotter in the truck, so deal. But as I was going through, I was like, well, you know, maybe I can just grab something here. And then I saw they had a little clearance freezer, and, well, folks, boom! It's fucking from Van Leeuwen's, or however the hell it's pronounced. This is their Limoncello cake French ice cream. Ooh, let's get a thing for the thing. Can we get a thing for the thing? I think we can. It looks like this. Ha 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 ha! Sure, man. So, I reviewed a number of Van Leeuwen, or however they're pronounced, flavors. I, in fact, have an entire playlist just for their reviews. And they're like a little bit of an upscale ice cream thing. They're known mostly for their wackier flavors. They kind of broke out a few years ago with, like, they had, you know, macaroni and cheese ice cream, and pizza ice cream, and hot honey, and like a bunch of stuff. And, you know, I decided to go in and do what I do with my reviews. And, yeah, this normally probably wouldn't have been on my review list just because, like, it's a fairly normal flavor. Might not be that exciting, but hopefully it'll be good. So let's give it a go. Yeah, it was on clearance. I think I got it for like $2. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll spend $2. All right. And, oh, it's got a little thing. Ever since 2008, when Van Leeuwen was born out of a yellow truck in the streets of New York City, we've been making good ice cream, blah, 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 blah. Nothing makes us happier than this limoncello cake ice cream. That seems unlikely, but you do you. Because we're fancy and want to be Italians, that got me, and think that lemons don't get their fair share in spotlight ice cream, so we added pieces of sweet brown sugar cake to this bright lemon ice cream. Fabuloso. Let's give it a go. Yeah, you can tell this has been in the freezer for a bit. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot, man. This is a good one. Here's a real good one. Because the thing with Van Leeuwen is, like I said, they're known mostly for their wackier flavors. But of course, they have normal flavors, and they just have, artisanal flavors that aren't wacky, too. And I've reviewed some of those, like I did like a Mexican hot chocolate that they put out, and some other ones. But again, it's usually the more interesting ones, like the ranch dressing one, which, yes, I reviewed that, go look it up. Those are the ones that get more of the attention. So those are usually the ones that I aim for when I do these reviews. Plus, it's just more interesting. But this is an instance where this is, a bit of an artisanal flavor that's not designed to be wacky or headline catching. It's just designed to be really good. And into that regard, I think this really succeeds. Even though, again, it's definitely been in the freezer a little bit, and that's not Van Leeuwen's fault. That just is what it is. That's why it's on clearance. Right off the bat, the ice cream is really creamy. That's one thing that's always very consistent with their stuff. They have that French-style ice cream, so it's very nice and smooth. Where it can be a little bit here or there with their stuff is the stuff that they put into it. Sometimes they get a really nice ratio, and it ends up being something really spectacular, like their hot honey. I thought it was fantastic. Other times, even some of their wackier flavors, it doesn't feel like they put enough in it to really warrant, much attention. In this case, the limoncello ice cream is really nice. It's, got a nice lemony flavor to it. Nothing, too crazy one way or the other. A little bit sweet. It's got a little tanginess, but mostly just nice, smooth lemon flavor. And then you get those cake pieces, and I shit you not, it tastes like a limoncello cake. It really does. I'm very into this. I think this is fantastic. Yeah, it definitely helps when you get the ice cream with the cake piece, because the cake, not only does it add that nice textural difference, but it goes over there and it just gives it this nice kind of hit of that brown sugar sweetness. So, the ice cream itself is nice and mellow, it's got a nice little lemony kind of refreshing flavor to it. Then when you get in with the cake pieces, that's when it really all comes together. It becomes a little bit of a decadent treat. I really like this a lot. Is there caramel in there too? I'm guessing that was just another cake piece, but it just kind of melted into almost like a caramel in my mouth. This is really, really good. As much as I enjoy... Oh, wow. Already going for 8 minutes. As much as I enjoy... the wackier flavors that they do, I'm not going to lie. It's nice just being able to eat some of their stuff and enjoy it. Because the wacky ones are hit or miss. 2 questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. I think that this is a really nice flavor of ice cream. It's one of those things where, yeah, I bought it on clearance. Even if it wasn't on clearance, if it was full price, I would get this again. Because I've certainly had lemon ice creams before. And I'm not going to say I haven't had better lemon ice creams before, but I do think that the way that they combined the lemon with the cake flavor, really to match that limoncello kind of aspect, I think that worked really well. And it was just this really nice mix of flavors that complemented and, to a certain extent contrasted, but it was just really good. Every mouthful was really tasty. Definitely, I'm going to say one of my favorite Van Leeuwen flavors that I've had so far. I'm not going to say it's the top. I think the Mexican hot chocolate's probably still that. I think the hot honey would probably be above this too, but it'd be somewhere up there. And then if I'm recommending it, yeah, man. I think, if you can get it on clearance, get it on clearance. But I think, again, even if it's just the normal price, I think it's worth it for this. It's one of those things where it's they're not doing anything super crazy. It's relatively simple in terms of, the flavors and what you're getting. But the way that it's put together, when you get that full mouthful of the ice cream and the cake, it just hits, and it's just really, really tasty. So I like it quite a bit. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly Limoncello-tastic rest of your life. I mean, you know, I'm not a big limoncello guy, but I've had it a few times here and there. You might be into it more than me. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating. It's just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself out some Limoncello by Van Leeuwen's. And maybe you're going to like it so much, you're going to go over there and be like, well, obviously, if the ice cream is so fantastic, I need to try the cake and the stuff that it's based off and all this stuff. So then you go over there, you become the world's foremost leading expert in limoncello and all of its variants. And, you know, maybe you go over there and, you know, maybe I'm just tossing this out there. Maybe when one day you're accepting your Nobel Prize for research into limoncello, maybe you go over there, just give the tiniest of nods to your inspiration, this guy right here, Brandon Wenzel. I'm just tossing that out. I'm just saying. Or conversely, I don't think you're going to win a Nobel Prize for limoncello stuff, but if you decide to get into it or whatever, feel free to not mention me at all. You do you. So, bye.